Did we drop out of college? Yes? No?
Hey guys!
Sorry, it's kind of a little bit serious in today's topic. And I'm gonna be eating tuna, so disculpa.
Yeah. The reason why, and no guys, like a little disclaimer, I did not drop out of college because she decided to drop out, or she did not drop out because I decided to drop out. That's not how things went. It was just like a neutral thing that we both felt. So it just kind of like went along with the both of us, and you know, we just like made up our mind at the end of the day.
She would come home stressed out from her classes, and I asked her, hey, I want to ask you a question. Do you actually want to go to college? Does it interest you?
And I replied back to her saying, honestly, like, no, like, I don't even know why I'm going. Like, I told her, I was like, I feel like I'm obligated to go to college because that's how we were taught.
Society.
As kids, you know, like, you go to school, you graduate from high school, and you go to college. But honestly, guys, like, you don't need a college degree to be successful in life. Like, no. So basically, like, I dropped out because for my part, I didn't feel ready for college. Like, I had just graduated high school, and I felt like it was too soon to start off college, like, you know, bigger things and like harder classes. I was not a good student. I had average grades, you know, like I failed a couple classes, but you know, I still managed to graduate. And then college came, I'm like how can I manage this if I, you know, like stuff like that. And so basically, like, I was stressed out from my classes. I would have work off, and I knew I had to come home after school, and on my mind I had like, I have to do homework, and I would stay up until almost 12 o'clock doing homework, and then the next day do it all over again and go to school. And guys, let me tell you something, we had to drive an hour away for our classes. Except for 2 days a week, I would drive like 27 minutes to my class, but still, like, it's something, you know, like, it's a waste of money. Like I said, I'm not ready for college, and I don't even know why I decided like to go. Like, yeah, in the beginning you're like, oh, college, like, it's gonna be so exciting, it's gonna be so much fun. Like, no, after what, like 6 weeks, I was done with it. I was like, you know what, like, I'm not going anymore.
Jennifer said it's like it was harder for her to see me like drop out because she never thought I would ever drop out of school. But like, honestly, I do like school. I just like to learn, but I hate the fact that I have to like stay up and study. I feel like that's not my thing, and I wanted to try something out, and I feel like I could do something else, get a better job, and do something better with my life. I just felt I had to get out. So that's what happened. So that's when I decided I was gonna drop out of school.
She was the least person I would imagine that would drop out. Like, I would never hear her say those words come out of her mouth. Like, when she asked me, like, do you want to keep going, I'm like, no. She told me the same thing. I was like, you? And I was like, girl, I thought you were all about school. No. So I told my mom.
She told her mom in a funny way.
I told my mom in the most hilarious way that I was dropping school.
But she was scared.
I was scared
I was forcing Jenny.
My mom, like, I come from a family that like expects you to like go to school and like get a good job, you know, because like your parents, they tell you all these stories that from where they came from, like, they didn't have the opportunity to go to school or to like continue their education for them to get a better job. So for them coming here, it's like, oh, you have to go to college to get a better education, that way you can have a good career and make good money, so you don't end up like the rest of us. But honestly, like, that's why I was scared to tell my mom, because like I knew her reaction was gonna be, I expected her reaction to be way worse, but it wasn't what I imagined. She was just more on the like quiet side. Like, I felt like she was disappointed. I told her, like, I was so scared. She probably thought I was pregnant, guys. But I told her, I was like, Mom, I'm leaving school. Like, I'm not going to school anymore. And she's like, why? And I'm like, because I can't handle it. Like, school isn't for me. And she's like, then what are you gonna do? I'm like, I'm gonna continue working and save up money. And then I dropped this, guys. I was like, es que voy a hacer YouTube, Mom. And she's like, ¿y el YouTube te va a mantener? I'm like, no, but I can still do it. But yeah, guys, that's how I told my mom. And after that, she was very quiet. She didn't get me in trouble. She didn't say anything. Like, obviously, like if she was paying for my school, then she would have more of like a reason to be mad. But she wasn't. So she was more on the quiet side, like disappointed, like, don't talk to me, get out. Yeah, she was probably trying to process like what she had just heard. But like, honestly, like, I had to tell her, like, I couldn't like be lying to myself and like be making everyone think that I'm this like person that's gonna make it out of college. And you know, no, maybe I will go back to school, but like for now I'm not. Tell them how you told your dad.
Oh, okay, so how I told my dad, I straight up just went up to him. I'm like, I'm dropping school, and he like hugged me and he started laughing. He was like, no, like you're laughing, like you guys are lying, you and Kimberly. I'm like, no, Dad, I'm serious, like I'm dropping out. So then he sat me down, and that's when I told him that, I explained to him that I felt like school wasn't for me and I didn't want to waste time there when I can be doing better things, because I feel like deep down I can, even though it's it's scary because you don't want to fail to them. So yeah, that's that. And he agreed. He's like, if you don't want to go to school, it's all right, it's my life, you know. So yeah. And he just said to save up money, get a better job.
I was really scared too. I'm like, don't tell him I dropped out too.
And then Kimberly.
Kimberly, I came in the kitchen and her dad was like, so what do you think about your friend dropping out? And I just look at him and I'm like, and Kimberly's like, Dad, she's dropping out too. I'm like, it had to be you.
Yeah, that's how it happened. Then my mom, the next day, she came and my dad told her that I was dropping out. So my mom, she was okay with it. She also said it's my life, like if I don't feel like going, it's all right, just to get a better job. So my parents were pretty chill about it.
They were. Yeah, honestly they were. I was here when her mom was talking to her. Like her mom was just like, well, you know, like if you don't want to go to school, like just work, save money and find a better job. That's like, it was like, you know, they weren't angry, you know. I guess because like we weren't like that far ahead into school. We were just starting. It's our first year, so like it's a good thing that.
Why are you laughing, you little hoe?
Because you looked at me, bitch.
I'm sorry.
It took 3 months. I have like 2 terms off.
But we do have a set plan of like what we're gonna do if we're not gonna go to school, because I don't want you guys to think that like, oh, I can drop out too and just like do nothing. No, you have to have a plan. Like if you're not going to be going to school, you have to know what you're going to do with your life, you know? Like,
I'm going to play Fortnite.
I mean, at least, like, no, don't play video games. At least graduate high school, guys. Like, high school is really important. You can get a job with a high school diploma.
Well, high school's gay. Seriously, it's hard for me.
But, yeah. So, yeah, guys. Like, we do have a plan. Like, honestly, like, I find this, like, a good opportunity for us to start uploading more videos because, like, we like doing YouTube and, you know. Yeah.
And our plan is to save up 1 year. We're already saving up, and we want to still move to an hour away from where we live and get an apartment, because there's like more jobs opportunity, and just I don't know, I feel like it's way better to live on your own. It's harder, but you have more freedom, and that's what we want.
Guys, like with school, we could only film once a week, like,
or sometimes we wouldn't. Because of motivation. We wouldn't have motivation at all.
Because we'd be like, oh, we have to do our homework. We have to go study for this. I would be doing my homework last minute. Yeah, and then I just decided, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this. Like, I don't have to stress myself out. I'm too young and beautiful.
BG fan.
And to all of those who were like DMing, to all of those who were in my DMs asking me if it was true that we're dropping out, there you guys have it. Honestly, guys, like, I don't mean to sound stupid or dumb or like, oh, she's just saying this and that. I've had a couple signs like about school. I was watching this episode of La Rosa de Guadalupe. And you know what it was about? It was about a guy dropping out of a university.
Okay.
Because he wasn't happy going to school. So his parents kicked him out of the house, and later he proved to them that he was able to be successful doing what he wanted.
I'm here to please people.
Yeah, so basically Kimmy was like, wow, that was a waste of school supplies.
Yeah, it was.
Kimmy got him some lamps.
Yeah, she got us a lamp for school.
Do you have a Snapchat?
Oh, yeah.
No, it's fine. I'll insert it here. So I'm just gonna...
Hey guys, so today we are officially college dropouts. She told her dad Kimberly snitched me out. And she also got us a freaking light thing for school, but you know, we dropped out, so we won't be using it. Maybe she can use it. So we'll catch you guys on YouTube. Subscribe.
And it was about us dropping out, and that's when Jenny started getting DMs
from a couple of friends.
So, and we never answered them just because we feel like we rather explain better in this video.
Yeah, guys, like, honestly, like, at this point we don't care. Like, if you guys want to say that we did wrong, like I said before, if you guys want to say that we did wrong dropping out of school and we're not going to do anything with our lives, hopefully that one day we can prove all those who like doubted us, because, you know, at the end of the day you have to do what makes you happy. Okay guys, so we just came back from the campus here in town where we live, You guys are probably wondering, if you guys have a campus in town, why didn't you guys just take classes there? Well, let me explain that to you. They don't offer all the classes that we were taking here, so we had to take them somewhere else. And so we just got back from dropping off our papers, our drop papers. So like we dropped all our classes, and oh my god, like it feels so weird, like we're not going back to school.
So we forgot to mention that Jennifer mentioned the gas, but we didn't really say how much we would spend. So I spent about, for a week, was around $100. And because this truck is a V8 cylinder, so it wastes up so much gas, Jenny would be like $60 a week.
I would waste like $60 a week, yeah, on gas, just going back and forth. But yeah, it was a lot of like time consuming stuff, like just like doing homework, coming back from work,
which
having
made
to
it
study.
hard. And it made it harder for us to put time into working, because like I had anatomy and lab, so you had to put like 40 hours a week into studying. But because I had to work like 5 times or 4 times a week for work, I didn't really have time to study. But I would like last minute study, guys. Honestly, I would study last minute. And when you come from school, you want to automatically take a nap, sleep. So that would be us, because we drive an hour.
And like
2 hours,
yeah,
front and back, going and coming.
And the thing was, like, you're probably wondering, why didn't you guys just work like 3 times a week? We couldn't really do that because, you know, us, like, we don't make a lot, and we needed like those hours in order for us to go to school. She was paying her own school. I had to pay for my gas. Like, it was just not working out. Like, we honestly, like, before we left high school, like, we had to have like sorry guys before we graduated, we had to have a set plan, like moving out, you know, but we didn't. You know, we were dumb, never saved money. But now we know. Now
we're saving up money,
we learn
and
from
we
our
are
mistakes.
moving, so like we said, but next year we're definitely moving out on our own. So that's that, guys. Now back to our outro.
Yes, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, do what you gotta do, and we'll see you guys next time. Deuces.